What's up, guys? Parker here, and I'm back for another sculpting live stream. That's right. I didn't give up. Never give up. And we are on, just like Rocky, sculpting session number 4. Let's see. Just making sure my display capture is all good. Okay. I'll get some tunes. Fuck yes. Okay, so of course, just like everything else, I'm going to do a little announcement. Well, I guess I can get started and then I can do my announcements for where I plan to take this series. So of course we go to... Oh, that looks shitty. We go to Dine Topo. Here I've just decided to... Fuck me. Oops. Just get it. Get in the right position. That's what she said. Okay, so I've decided to go with a base mesh. You know, and of course I'm just going with the clay strips brush. Just to add a little geometry. You know, I mean... See, I like a base mesh, like, I like a base mesh like this. I mean, to me, this isn't really cheating because there's like no details. But if you look for a base mesh on like some of these model sites, it's like, to me, at least from my perspective, it looks like a fucking head that's already been made. It's like, what the hell? I just want basic proportions. And it's like, has like a pretty moderate level of detail. You know, I just want like the egg shape to be, because I don't want to spend a fucking half an hour on like basic proportion crap. I'm just gonna, because I think Piccolo does have a pretty long ass face. So what I did was I just went to Google Images, looked up Piccolo, Dragon Ball Z, and I got these reference images. So, and you can use that, but we'll mainly use this one, which you can just get in a quick Google search, and this one as well. I would provide a link, but I do not want to get bitched at for copyright issues, so you can go ahead and spend 5 minutes gathering your own references and load them in. So, because you're a big boy, or a adult or whatever, fuck it, who cares? But I mean, this is kind of what I like in a base mesh, is just like this very general... hold on a sec. Goddamn fucking microphone. Okay. Slide into position. Okay, there we go. That's much better. Now I can actually relax. Be a wine sipper in a little bit. I can be there's wine moms, but what about a wine bro? Because I'm not quite old enough to be a dad yet. I can be a wine bro. Alright, come on. Let's get the Dine Topo and get these sexy ass ears out. Okay, maybe make it... It's a little bit too protruded. Just trying to get this point to come out. See, it just goes to show that after like fucking, what, 6 years of Blender, no, 8 years of Blender actually, exactly, to the fucking month. I've been using Blender, I used like 2.64, I think, and now we're on 2.8. Which, there are some developments on, I mean, I've been doing like a motion graphics course, because I know I shat all over 2.8 in previous episodes in this live stream. There we go. See, it's nice and sexy. I don't want to fixate on these fucking ears too much, because if you fixate on anything for too long, like, it ends up pretty fucked up. So let's see. I think I want to use the inflate. Oh yeah, and I gotta bring out the neck a little bit more. God, I love this base mesh. I'm really loving it though. Excuse me. Excusez-moi. See, it's polite if you burp. You excuse yourself and you apologize. Because I'm British. Isn't that right, Mr. Pena? Dress British, think Yiddish. If anyone saw that Dan Pena animation I made. Although this is fucking bullshit. They should have fucking... Okay, well... Let me undo this. Because... This is supposed to... If you fill this with an N-gon... Let me go in with my stupid fucking mouse. See, it's like... It's good to download other shit and then make your own adjustments. Wait, why are these doubles here? What the fuck? But these look like... Anyways. So now if so I went into edit mode, which is tab for the noobs. No, not that kind of tab. 7 tabs of Google Chrome. More like 70 for me. Okay, so let's see if this fucking does it. Yep, see? So we filled an N-gon, even though the geometry might get all fucked up. Just go in there, right, and see. Beautiful. Now when we stretch this out, we're not going to have that bullshit fucking problem. Beautiful. God, that would have pissed me off. It's like, just fill in the fucking bottom, you lazy fuck. You know, it's like... That's the thing. When you're downloading assets from other people, just expect there to be fuck-ups from time to time. Sometimes you get an asset, and it's just like, wow. This was like $5 on CG Trader. I mean, I got this from Blender so for free, so I can't complain. But sometimes it's like... Sometimes you'll pay like $5 for a fucking model, and it's like, wow, this is amazing. This is a high quality... You could have charged $30 or $40, and it would have been worth it because of how many hours it would have taken me to make the fucking thing. And then other times, you get models that are just complete ass. Just complete and total fucking ass. For like, and it's like way overpriced, and it's like, I don't want to deal with this. It's like, man, why did I pay why did I just pay like $20 or $40 or some shit? And it's not even rigged. It's like, you're making me pay all this money for a fucking model, and it's not even like rigged, UV unwrapped. It's not even industry standard. Oh yeah, I forgot to do this. Okay. I'm just trying to get like, because there's the neck, which we can kind of puff out. Yeah, puff out that bullshit. Just go in there. Yeah, build up that neck. And I just kind of want a, because I might do that cloth later, so we'll just have like an education of the chest. An education of the chest. See, this is the part that always kind of fucks me up, is like, what is kind of that side angle. Yeah, we definitely gotta go in here, add a little bit of this. Can you do this? Can you do this? Ha, big shock. Let's see. I think I'm probably just gonna go with this. I'm not gonna try and make the neck perfect, because that's not. That's not really my objective for this. But I want something that looks nice for when I post to my Instagram. You know, I want the babes to tell me how talented I am and like admire me for my 3D skills. Anyways, so and then am I on the draw? Yeah, I'm on the draw. Okay. The focus. John Wick is a man of focus. Oh, so I guess what I wanted to say about this sculpting series, since I don't know, do I need to do screencast keys anymore? I think I forgot to do I think I did screencast keys at the beginning, but I forgot like the very next episode. Oh, and I learned this little trick with the fucking lens view, is to set this to 80, so that way you get more. Because that's the thing, it's like if you're just stuck in it's okay in the beginning to be in the orthodox view, the ortho view, but if you're there permanently, when you render it with the camera, it can look odd. Because with the camera, it's in perspective. There's like tons of little tricks like that throughout. Oh, you're right. That's right. We got to get indication of this. I could bring out my anatomy for sculptors. That's a good thing to buy, actually. Like, I would suggest, because there was what was it? It was like, I think the first anatomy book I ever got was the Atlas of Human Anatomy for the Artist. And that one was very tough. Like, you have to really kind of know what you're doing to really appreciate that one. What else was it? There was like Michael Hampton's figure drawing. And sometimes it's good to go in and, like, as an exercise, go into those books and recreate the exercises in Blender. Just like go in, get the PDF, export with Illustrator. You know, but I would say the Anatomy for Sculptors book, which is relatively new, is I recommend it. Get it as a PDF. You have to it won't allow you to open it with Illustrator, so you have to with your copy that you bought, because we support other artists, especially during COVID. But you'll print screen and have your images of your references. If you pull up it's good. It'll be like, I've been doing this with my sculpts. If it's like you're sculpting the neck, so then you'll go to that page, you'll pull it up, these shapes and all that kind of stuff. You can pull it up in addition to your Piccolo or whoever, and not just that. Because this is like this over here is a finished product, whereas if you go into your book, like your anatomy will kind of show you, will kind of break down proportions and how to actually think of the forms, which I still have a lot of work on. I'm by no means an anatomy expert. But yeah, this looks starting to look pretty decent. there's like, because that's all you got to do. It's like there's like this kind of space over here, like this kind of like that. There's this little like divot here, like a circle. Of course, with the neck, there's always like a little the bulge. The what is it? The fucking the Adam's apple. And then there's like yeah, and then there's like these arches. Of course, there's the back. You know, it's like you can in 3D you can kind of get into this. Well, not kind of. You can't. I've done this. You can get into this habit where you're not really doing. You're just doing things from an angle for a singular image, and I guess that's fine. But it's like the whole point of 3D is so that way you can do 3D animation. You know, you should keep in mind that you should be able to go in with the whole camera and be proud. Make your daddy proud. Like Freddy Got Fingered. Make Rip Torn proud. You should be able to make your daddy proud with like every single angle. You should be able to go in with a camera and make, you know, like every crevice almost, or as much as possible of your model looks good. Because there's a meme where it was like there's like Homer Simpson and there's just like his skin and stuff is just kind of like pinned to his back. And in the front he looks fine, but in the back it looks, you know, like it's about to fall and collapse. And that's what you want to avoid with 3D. And I know I'm guilty of that. It's like, oh, I'm not going to bother with that angle because the camera's not really going to cover it. But you want to make things look solid with as many angles as possible. Yeah, it's just a good thing. Because it's like, what if you wanted to spin your head? Why the fuck is my camera all the way up there? It's fucking stupid. Whatever, shitty default camera. But yeah, it's coming along. It's starting to look pretty buff. I like this. Looks like that's pretty smooth, but there is some indications going with that crease brush. Why didn't you tell me what that tool was fucking 20 minutes ago, Parker? Because I've been doing Blender for 8 years, and I get very impatient. Because I'm a master. I'm a master Padawan. That's why I'm... No, but I think if you're kind of these are like kind of more intermediate, I guess. They're kind of a mix. Okay, I think there's... Yeah. See, I'm going to use this reference now. That one. There's like this whole... So this form goes up like this. And then... see if that does anything. I know Dragon Ball Z has kind of made a comeback, like a lot of these kind of shows have kind of made a comeback. I don't know if I just made it worse by using the reference. Sometimes that happens. Looks kind of alright, but I do want this to be wider. Yeah, I'll say that's tolerable. It doesn't look exactly the same, but I'll say it's decent enough. But then, see, there's this kind of form, but then on the side, I mean, sometimes that happens. You're just like, what the fuck? Maybe it's because it's a 2D fucking sketch. But you see, there's like that kind of form. Even sometimes with like photos, it'll be like one way in the front, and then you'll be going to the side, and it's like completely odd and weird and different. But yeah, and see, I mean, you know, it's even though this is a anime, uh, there's a lot to it. There's still a lot of these classic kind of forms. So let's see. Oh, I forgot to turn on my matte cap. I like that. Matte cap. Oh, let's do green just like the fucking Dragon Ball Z for the whole time. Okay, I'll do that for a little bit, even though it's probably going to fuck me up. Because it's, I don't know, like, yeah. You want something to be very bland. Like, I've just kind of noticed that with art in general, like film or anything, is just like while you're working on something, you want it to be very bland. And then towards the end is when you add contrast to things. But yeah, let's go to this fucking ear. Yeah, we can. Going with the pinch brush. Yeah, I'll keep it that way for now. Let's add just a little bit of a curve there. I know I spent a long ass fucking time on these fucking shoulders. Like, I remember watching this series as a kid, but I don't remember it like very vividly. Like, I remember Avatar: The Last Airbender a lot more. Like, I actually can I can tell you coherently what the actual plot is. Does that work though? Mm. No. I didn't like what that inflate was doing. Okay. Yeah, that is odd. Let's see. Yeah, he's got a pretty thick neck. I know, it's looking very weird on the fucking side angle. I'm gonna try and fix that. Okay. I mean, it looks pretty similar to the front. So let's go to this. I know I kind of look at like how it looked better before I did this fucking bullshit. But he's an alien. Deal with that. Deal with that. Just like Sam Hyde says, deal with that. Okay. I can tolerate that. Let's see. I mean, the neck looks a little bit odd. Looks like a fucking orc. Yeah, okay. Tolerable. Good enough. Let's see. I mean, that looks kind of alright. Though maybe the... Yeah, maybe that needs to go back a little bit. Okay, I'll say it looks good enough. Except. Wow, I spent a lot of fucking time on that. That was kind of nuts. What? Yeah, get in there, Piccolo. Yeah, like people are getting into fucking... They're getting back into like Dragonball Z. They're getting back into fucking Super Smash Bros. It's pretty cool. Resident Evil kind of made a well, it did make a comeback because of the remasters. Even though I'm kind of against remasters. Fucking A. I don't know. RE4 was the best. I liked RE4. And I like the older ones. The older, you know, I beat Code Veronica. Even it's just like, it's just unfair how fucking hard Code Veronica fucking is. Let's see. Yeah, and I'm trying to keep track of my banter for these fucking live streams, so I'm not just repeating myself all the time. It's kind of hard not to. But all right, I'm pretty happy with this. So what I do is from time to time, Alt G to do this. So I'll just kind of, I'll duplicate it and then I'll move it to another layer. A pose. Why is it fucking called a pose? All right, because it's a whatever. But so that's just a good habit that I have. Is duplicating the model to different layers, so that way it different. If it's like let's say, I mean, it would have been good to like before the neck, like before significant drastic changes, like you know, before the nose in, before the eyes in, you know, because you might want to go back. You can also do that with saving your files, but that can be kind of taxing on your computer. But I'll just duplicate a model at different points. So that way, if I want to go back and make changes, it's not a fucking abysmal pain in the ass to do so. All right, let's see. Yeah, we can. Let's add some brows. I'm so happy that his mouth is easy on this. Oh, like just for some of like the future things. I mean, I'm probably just gonna sculpt it in, like just sculpt in the. I'm not gonna add like a teeth model and sculpt around. I'm probably just gonna sculpt in the teeth for the bust because I could always, if I wanted to use it. But like, it's a pain in the ass when it's like, right. Like, because if you want something bland, I mean, like, when you're working on stuff, you want, like, a neutral, like this. This is a neutral front face. I mean, some of the other angles, you can get, you know, different shit. But it's like, you want it facing forwards, so that way you have something you can sculpt on. And like if there's like weird expressions and all this stuff, you can still sculpt that, but it's more of an advanced thing. Like if you're you know, more intermediate, or if you're just making, you want to retopo it and rig it later. Let's see. Yeah, these brows are kind of thick. So I'm going to keep scraping that shit. Oh, that's right. I wanted to fucking... But I'll do that. I can do that in a minute. I want to make his face a goddamn... Like his head a goddamn, you know, more bulbous fucking shape. I want to get like a Marvel comic character out of this. Yeah! Yeah! Look at those eyebrows! I'm so happy! Yes! Oh! That looks juicy. Yeah, I did this like Jan Sculpts fucking course, and I was pretty happy with it. I think it's more like, it's kind of a drastic. You want neutral expressions when you're trying to make the like rest pose. You want a rest pose. You know, you want like the T or whatever. But this is fine. It's just for forms and stuff like that. But in general, you want like kind of more of a neutral expression. It's like, well then Parker, why did you fucking find a reference with a neutral expression? It's like, well, because I wanted to make Piccolo. And the eyes are going to be interesting because they're very, these are not circular eyes, like, at all. Let me see if I can do it like that. Can you do it like this? Can you do it like this? Yeah. And then, yeah, I might have to. I might make it even more drastic. It's almost too much. Crease this. See, once you know all the tools for sculpting, like it's like, you know, first you have to learn the tools, you know, because I remember the first time I sculpted anything, it would just look like fucking shit. You know, I mean, motion graphics is kind of like coding in the sense of, you know, if you just kind of follow the procedure, then you get this thing. You know, same with materials and stuff like that. If you just kind of see, it's like coding in that way. You're just following a procedure. It's a very long procedure and a pain in the ass a lot of time. But like, if you follow 14 steps, you're going to get X result. And it's going to look similar to the instructor. But with sculpting, I mean, you can do the exact same tutorial and do things pretty similar, but you're not going to get the same result as your teacher. It's just not going to happen. So, yeah, the first times I was sculpting, I was kind of frustrated with it. Well, part of it was because in the beginning I didn't have a proper tablet. So I was just doing it with the fucking mouse. Yeah, I did Jonathan Williamson's what? Okay. I did Jonathan Williamson's, it was like a game character creation. It was like 2013. And I was I did okay at first, but I was trying to sculpt with a mouse, and that was not good. But you probably have to sculpt like 10 heads to really, just at a very basic level, kind of. Okay. I make this error sometimes, actually. I make it a lot. Where, you know, you're supposed to do general general changes first and details later. So let that be a lesson to you. Yeah, we can add this here. I wanted to kind of, let's see if I can make it. Be a little bit more bulbous. Like Leo. Leo the Bulb God. That was such a fun video to fucking make. Ooh. Oh! Yes! Yes, I did it! Yes! I made it curvy. It's not perfectly like it, but yes. Oh, this is fucking, I'm looking forward to how this turns out. I mean, you know, maybe some of this next bullshit could be improved. But, I mean, from the front, yeah. You see, yeah, exactly. That's the problem I mentioned earlier. It's like, you don't want your model to be all lopsided. I mean, it's okay. You know, it's not the end of the world. But you do, it's just attention to detail and all that crap. All right. Yeah, I could probably... I wonder what kind of shape I could use for those eyes. They're very strange, because they're not traditional circles. Like, usually you use a fucking sphere. So, I'm going to have to figure that out. I might just use, like, a cubic kind of... Yeah, because they're very squarish. They're not... Yeah, these aren't... You're not going to... I mean, maybe you could use a sphere, but I don't know. It'd be pretty... Yeah, I don't think you could. So now we're going to do the fucking nose. Get in there and make a fucking nose. Alright, so we're going to do... Yeah, just get in there. Just get in there. Yeah, that's what my... I had this, like... professor, he'd be like, get in there, get in there. I'm not sure if I made that reference already. Anyways, so yeah, just get in there. Get in there and add that nose. Tunes. iTunes. Yeah, you gotta have like something. You gotta have a podcast. I would probably go insane. I know I have this like YouTube channel. It's like mindfulness, but like while doing this shit, meditate while you do your sculpts. Be in perfect awareness. See, I could do it. But I'm not going to. I could be a guru. Alright, but here I am teaching you guys sculpts for free. Some of that early 2000s shit in there. Yeah, I love that stuff. Okay, so for the nose, okay, this is kind of a stylized nose, but again, you want to kind of there we go, that volume. Okay. And this is why reference is useful. Anybody who shits on using references, don't listen to them. Like, we're not painters. We're just not. 3D artists are not painters. You know? Just whatever. People are fucking stupid. No, but it's like 3D, you can get away with more than painting. Like painting, you're expected to do everything from scratch, whereas digital, it's just like sampling. Like in electronic music, like sampling or some shit. But you know, you can always you know, like for instance, if this scene was a primary, just adjusting the chin, like let's assume this was our primary model, right? Then we would want to spend the time that we're spending now on creating this. But if it was like some building or just people in the background, like secondary or tertiary, like definitely just for the sake of efficiency, just buy a fucking model on CG Trader for like $5. I mean, Beeple does that. I mean, how do you think he's able to do, you know, a piece a day for over a decade? He's not making every single thing from scratch. And that's just how it is in the industry, in our 3D industry. Like, to be honest, I'm probably going to apply the same thing in the future. Like faces, I'm going to apply a lot of detail to and sculpt, but I don't know how necessary it's going to be for me to learn all the body anatomy when I can buy a body and put that head on the body of my character. Like have the character as like a unique face and then put a body on and retopo it. It's a very sharp nose. Like I probably will do that for future animations. Just because the body is not really unique. Faces are very unique, but bodies are not. I mean, they are, but like in terms of like character creation specifically. I mean, I might get into. I'm definitely gonna have to shade them though. So that's the thing. I probably will have to learn a bit of anatomy when I get into shading later. But I think in terms of just modeling, fucking damn it, I keep doing that. Yeah, this is like a very, I love this. I love that it has such a angular freaking face. It's just scrumptious. It's just, I fucking love it. It's just, I love that it's got these angles to it. It's a very thin goddamn chin. Give an indication of the chin. We're just gonna make a tiny little mouth. Look at this. I think this is the tiniest little fucking mouth I've ever made in my fucking life. I'm just gonna make a tiny little fucking mouth like that. I could probably make it even tinier. What if I just did one stroke for the mouth? That was it. It was just like one stroke wide. That would be funny. I'll put in that just for the sake. And that looks like, it kind of looks like ass. Does that work? It kind of works. Carve this out. Get that lip in there. Nope, don't do that. I like that grin too. Because he's all serious, but I can make that into a grin as well just by doing that. But I'll probably have to make these like very square lips. Yeah, that kind of does it. Then we got to do this. See, but it's got to be square. It's got to be perfectly geometrically square. Okay, I'm going to go with that for now. I think I want to do the... I always leave the eyes last, but I know the eyes are going to be very counterintuitive for this. Let's go in and fucking... I like that shape. I really appreciate the shapes of the face. Like, there'll be times when you'll just be out in public and just see faces and you're just like, wow. Like, especially if you do like portraits for people and shit. Let's see. How the fuck am I gonna model this? I had never sculpted an eye like this in my goddamn fucking life. I literally just get the fucking hang of like inserting a fucking UV sphere, but I'm not doing that shit. That would be a fucking headache and a half. Because it's not. This is not a fucking spherical ass fucking shape. This is an anime like square motherfucking shape. We're gonna wow, the eyes, it's do a fucking square for the eye. That's funny as fuck. Just so not used to it in any capacity. Okay. Actually, I should switch to my fucking mouse. Right, see, because I need this square shape and not the... There's like a pupil in there too. That's trippy as fuck. Look at this. It's 2 squares in the goddamn fucking face. Yeah, that's a great idea. For fucking 3D is just fucking... Let's just have a square. Let's just have the square as the fucking eyes. Yeah, maybe I gotta... This is confusing as fucking shit. Maybe I can cheat a little bit and make it like... It's not really cheating, it's just effective. But like... Yeah, like this. It's fucking what? Yeah, this sucks. This sucks fucking doggy balls. Maybe if I actually did use a sphere, but I dyne topoed it. Like I went in and just like made it like silly putty. Mirror, apply. Cause I might do that. Yeah, let's do that. All right. No, not fucking texture paint. Fuck you. Fucking texture paint. I just did a whole course on texture paint. It was awesome. Because I was always, you know how it is. It's like with Blender. I started with modeling, and then I did sculpting, and then it was I think it was like modeling and materials, and then sculpting, and then I think I did like composition for a while. Yeah, like this is my idea, is to go in. Yeah, I think this is a much better idea than using a fucking square. Although this looks like a fucking turd. Yeah. Gotta drag this back a bit. Let's just take a fucking plop of shit and just put it in his fucking eyes. How does that sound? I think that sounds fucking phenomenal. We won't be able to do the pupils. I mean, you can do them in your own free time. I mean, I could probably sculpt out something. Yeah, this is way better. But yeah, let's just take a plop of shit and just put it in place of the eye. Just shove it right in there. See, and now it's perfect. Fucking plop-a-dookie. Yeah, we're getting there. We're almost finished. You fuck. Come on. What? Come on, you stupid dick. How do I fucking... Okay, there we go. I know. Language. But I don't put my content as like I don't age restrict it, but I don't put it as for kids. I mean, I guess that's fine. It's like some middle schooler is gonna, I don't know, but dude, like middle school, like when I was in middle school, I was watching like those SpongeBob edits and shit. It's like, it is what it is. Like if you're on the internet, there's gonna be inappropriate content. It's just how it is. But it's just how I talk. And it's how the people I do business with talk as well. We're all very fresh and inappropriate. Because we're dudes. That's what we do. Because I'm a man, and a man does what a man does. Or whatever that Bill Burr freaking show said. I think that's a little bit too wide. I'm actually going to cover some of the eye over this. Yeah, that's getting there. Yeah, because there's like, because this part is riding over it a little bit. You just got to break down the shapes. That's all it is. Pinch, maybe? I want that to be a little bit more tight. Yeah, that's starting to shape up. Though I would like this to be a little bit tighter of a corner. No, not that kind of tight. Get your head out of the gutter. Okay, this is a wholesome tutorial series where I show people how to make anime, all right? There's no room for that potty mouth. All right? What could I add? Maybe the jaws, something with the jaw. I actually like that better, yeah. If I bring it in lower too. So, how's everybody's week been? Hope everything is fantastic. Thanksgiving is coming up. Yeah, it's been a crazy fucking year, man. It's been a crazy fucking year. But every year is kind of crazy in its own sort of way. Maybe I gotta, let's see, the sphere. Yeah, maybe I can sculpt this. So yeah, that's much better. That's what it was missing. Trying to think of what else I can add. Yeah, okay. I'll keep it that way for now. Anyways, I could have brought the pupils a little bit more down, a little bit more tight. Or even, yeah, I might... Actually, no, that looks like crap. No, because what I was going for was, yeah, they're kind of, yeah, okay, that's better. Fucking damn it. Alright. Trying to get this right. I had it, but then it went to shit. A little bit closer. Looking at my own fucking eyeballs and hurting myself. Let's cross my own eyes. I don't know, that hurts. I don't like crossing my eyeballs. Okay, good. That works. Let's tighten this up. That's what she said. He said tight. I'm really immature. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for trying to make a tutorial that didn't bore you out of your mind. Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly like Goku. I mean, fuck. Piccolo. Sorry. Swear to God, like... Oh, these things. These little cocks. These little dicks. I knew there was something missing. So, we'll do the ear. And we'll do these little dicks out of his fucking head. This little phallus. I mean, you gotta admit, they are kind of phallic looking. Okay. I gotta, you know, I'm doing this shit for... It's been an hour and 17 minutes. Wow. I swear to God, like... Because that's happened to me with drawing as well in, like, drawing classes. Where it's, like... The other side of your brain... Like, the right side of your brain just takes over. And time just flies by. Yeah, I might... What am I going to do about this stupid fucking chin? It kind of does look like a Dragon Ball Z character, though. Kind of does. Definitely has that feel. And now we can sculpt using pure green. Yeah. I was considering doing tutorial. I might do a very brief thing on a material. I might set up like a diffusion or like a... Fuck, I'll probably just go in with the principled shader and just add in some lighting. I mean, I'm not going to sculpt the fucking cloth. I mean, you can... I might. We'll see. Okay. So now the hook and... See, even though this is a stylized fucking ear... It's still... Some of the anatomy... Well, a lot of the anatomy, in fact, still applies. So there's the hook, and then there's the Y. I might just kind of leave it as like a... See, it's kind of a mess. You gotta go in... Gotta make it nice and clean. Everything neat in one place. Yeah. Ear hole. That is one big ass fucking ear hole. Jesus Christ. This is one weird fucking ear. The way they drew this is very odd. It's like that, and then I see now. I see. Yeah, it's somewhat like that. Though there's a little bit more curve. A little bit more curve to it. Mm, 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 mm. This part, the tip of the, like, tips of things can do that. If you, especially when you're using, wait, what the fuck? Get in there, bitch. Yeah, that kind of works. But yeah, with the snake hook, it can fucking do bullshit like that. But, I mean, ultimately, if you really want something like pointy, without any bullshit, the way to do that is in the retopology process. I mean, that's kind of how I approach things sometimes, is it's like sculpt out form. You're really just concerned with overall forms of something. Because it's like, oh, if I go back there and, you know, I look at my reference, it's pointy. You know, because, you know, you don't, I mean, yeah, see, it looks okay. And then you go back and you retopo it, and then you can get it more pointy if you want. What was it? Oh, yeah, we needed the, we're getting the fucking little penises out of his head. Or maybe they're dick antennas. I don't fucking know. All right. No, not smooth. Snake hook blender. No, that's me. My stupid fucking clicking. Okay, come on. Too thick. See, masking is great. This is why masking is phenomenal. Maybe I can thin it out by smoothing it. I mean, something like this, you can definitely model and get a bit more precise in the retopology. I mean, I get this cop. Oh, this fucking lazy fucking tutor saying, you know, do it on your own. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But I think these are too thick. That's why I made them too thick. Make like a bioluminescent. These are like the things that have bioluminescent lights. Let's make this kind of dense. Well, I've had a not too much detail. See, that's the thing. We got a decent amount of detail, but it was, I mean, I'm adding some now. A little bit of texture there. Yeah, again, I could have made it closer to the edge. And I'm about to break. One step closer to the edge. But I think that looks tolerable. What now? Okay, I think I'm gonna make a fucking robe. And I'm gonna make it symmetrical. I'm gonna just use a sphere. I mean, you can do anything with fucking... Dude, it's like... Dying topology is just insane. I mean, I remember when I was in like... I don't know how I feel about this side. Anyways, but I remember when I was in like high school, and like dynamic topology was a feature that it was either, I don't know if it was brand spanking new, but it was just something that everybody was really excited about. Because you can do like way crazier shit than if you were just modeling with the multi-level, the multi-resolution. That's right. I mean, multi-resolution's okay, but it's just like, I don't think anybody fucking uses multi-res anymore. I think it's all just, it's either Dyn Topo or get the fuck out. Okay, this is coming. This is coming along. I know, like, I'm not as nervous about, like, I did like 30 sculpts this year, so I think that's why I have, you know, the confidence to kind of do these, but you never know how a sculpt is going to turn out. I mean, truly. Okay, and then we got... Got this. Let's see. I'm probably going to make some basic bitch fucking materials after this, so pretty close. Very close to being finished. I mean, this looks like fucking dog shit, but it's fucking Bankside. I mean, usually you don't add symmetry. Let me make this simple. Just have something like that. But with this, I mean, this kind of does look pretty symmetrical, that shape. So I decided, fuck it, why not? Okay, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'll call it a wrap. Now we replace this with the node editor, and I swap my mouse again. Yeah. Okay. I'll set this. I'll turn the mat cap off just to make things simple. I mean, you can add an HDRI, but I'll just have like a black background. Oh, shit. I think we're going to use... fuck me sideways, fuck me. All right. Alright, so I'm going to set this motherfucker to green and this motherfucker to purple. Principled. Maybe I'll do velvet. Oh, right. Dumbass. Okay, first we're going to add... just so that way, I'm thinking of, because I'm getting into shading. I might do a few tutorials on texturing, but they might be for the, you know, more of the Patreon side of things. Just because, like, I feel pretty confident with the sculpting. So, like, if I were to texture something, it'd be a little bit more of the extra mile, and I'm still kind of learning through it. I know, great product pitch. Ooh! Oh, look at that. That actually looks sexy. I might go a little bit stylistic for the render. And do, emission... yeah, because that looks pretty dope. And then... see, that already does kind of look cartoony. Normal. Gloss. Tune. This looks like a mix of Piccolo and the fucking, what's his face? The Green Goblin. I might do the Green Goblin. Sun. It's a very rich color. Tune. let's see. All right, and then if we do camera 1080 by 1080, and then we hit render. Yeah, get an interesting little slight angle going. And then you will have your render. So that concludes today's tutorial on how to make Piccolo. I got it right this time in Blender 3D. Hope you enjoyed and have a fantastic weekend. Peace.